Welcome to the Cranesville Pre-Trip Walk-Around Inspection Training Course. Here we will teach you how to complete a proper pre-trip inspection of your truck. In compliance with the New York State DOT, it is your responsibility to perform a valid inspection before entering the roadway. If you do find a problem during the inspection, you must tell the mechanic before moving the truck. We thank you for your effort, and remember, safety takes every person. Inspecting the engine. Step 1. Open the engine cover automatically or with the jack. This will allow you to access the engine. Step 2. Check the oil. If you remove the dipstick, remember to firmly secure the fill cap and dipstick. Step 3. Check your coolant. You can do this by viewing the small plastic chamber at the top of the engine. The color will be greenish if you have antifreeze. Step 4. Check your fan belt. Look for frays, chafing, or recognizable wear. Step 5. Examine the PTO shaft. That's the mechanism that turns the barrel. Step 6. Walk behind the engine and peer through the engine cover grates. Locate the hydraulic oil sight gauge and make sure hydraulic oil is present. Step 7. Before closing the hood, look for chafed lines, drips, or recognizable wear. Step 8. Close the engine cover and secure the bungee straps. Walk to the cab for the cab inspection. All is to be performed with the truck in park. Step 1. Test your air valve. Make sure air is present. Step 2. Secure your chutes with bungee straps. Step 3. Inspect your water tank for cracked valves or damage. Step 4. Check your water drain. Step 5. Turn on your accessories and make sure your warning lights turn off. If a warning light remains lit, tell your mechanic. Step 6. Make sure your state counter is working properly. Step 7. Examine your chute and drum control. Step 8. Locate your fire extinguisher and make sure it's fully charged. Step 9. Locate your red safety triangles. These are used in case of a hazard. Step 10. While the truck builds air, turn on lights, test wipers, and begin your 360-degree walk-around. Step 11. When exiting the vehicle, make sure your water valve is off. A running water valve can cause a wet load. 360-degree walk-around. With the vehicle on, begin walking around your truck. Step 1. Check your mirrors and make sure they are adjusted and fastened. Step 2. Make sure your drum rollers are greased. Step 3. As you are walking around the vehicle, check the bolts attached to the frame and pedestal. Bolts should be fastened firmly and not show wear. Inspect your tires for tread depth and structural integrity, lights, mud flaps, and battery box. Also be aware of chafed and frayed lines. Make sure your gas tank and cap are secured. During the walk, it is important to notice any drips or leaks that may be the cause of a bigger problem. When approaching the front of the truck, examine the springs, check for broken or damaged springs, and make sure the New York State DOT number is clearly visible. Inspect your tires for tread depth and structural integrity. Before loading the truck. Before being loaded, please remember to test your brakes. Make sure they are reacting properly. Also test your chute and drum controls, wheel play, and directionals. It's also important that your drum is empty of any water. Excess water causes imperfections in the concrete mix and may lead to a rejected load. It is important that you inspect your truck thoroughly and safely. If you should find any complications during your walk-around, please communicate with your mechanic so they can fix the issue.